Hey friends, today I am sharing with you all what I'm calling working mom meals. These are 3 super easy meals that you can put together quickly when you get home from work, so make sure to stick around and watch. First off, I have this pineapple Maui seasoned salmon from Aldi. This was my very first time giving this salmon a try, and let me tell you, it was definitely absolutely delicious. Better than what I was expecting. It came with a cedar plank, so I simply cooked it over the grill. I cooked the front first. When I make my salmon, I always like to cook the front part first. And then I turned it over. I made sure that there was aluminum foil underneath because salmon is very oily. And the last time I cooked the cedar plank salmon over the grill, it caught in flames. So I wanted to avoid that this time. It took about maybe 20 minutes to cook. I checked with the thermometer to make sure it was the accurate temperature. I don't usually do salmon with my Puerto Rican rice. I personally prefer it with like a white rice, maybe some sauteed vegetables, but I had this leftover rice that I just simply wanted to use and did not want to waste, and it turned out to be a pretty good meal. Next, I'm going to be making these yummy burgers on the stove. I am going to be using this seasoning called the Amazing Burger Seasoning. That's the actual name of this seasoning, and it can be found in Aldi, and it's actually really good and full of so much flavor. When I cook my burgers on the stove, I like to use my cast iron pan, and I heat it up with a little bit of oil spray. I season one side and then season the other side generously, and that's all the burgers need. Then I'm going to cover them up and let them cook at a medium heat for about 5 minutes, and I'll get the mashed potatoes started on the side. After those 5 minutes, I'm coming over and I'm flipping the burgers over just so that the other side gets equally cooked, and this time I'm leaving the lid off so that those juices will kind of just like dry off a little bit. In the meantime, I'm gonna work on the mashed potatoes here. I'm gonna add some butter, some sour cream, and some garlic salt to taste. If you're making mashed potatoes, you can add pepper and any of the seasonings that you want to add to it as well, or you can just keep it plain and simple like me. These mashed potatoes just come out so yummy and so creamy and delicious. I topped it off with some Swiss cheese. We love Swiss cheese in our burgers, and we added lettuce and tomatoes as the topping and the mashed potatoes on the side. We usually don't eat gravy with our mashed potatoes unless we're having pot roast or it's Thanksgiving or something that has to do with the gravy. Now for myself, I just simply created a bed of lettuce with some tomato, and I ate mine bunless with the side of mashed potatoes, and it was very satisfying. Next up, I have a pork chop sheet pan dinner. I am absolutely loving sheet pan dinners. I find them to be so genius. You toss everything on a pan and there, bam, it's done. For this particular one, I am using yellow potatoes. I used about 4 yellow potatoes, some frozen string beans, and some baby carrots, and I drizzled a little bit of oil on top of all the veggies. Then I seasoned my vegetables to taste with salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, some parsley, and some of the Italian seasoning blends, and I mixed everything all together. Now I'm going to be seasoning my pork chops. So for this, I'm using the assorted pork chops. I'm adding a little bit of oil, 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of parsley, 2 teaspoons of paprika, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of adobo, and then pepper to taste. Then I'm going to give all of this a very good mixing to make sure that all the spices get evenly distributed. My friends, let me know in the comments below, what do you think about sheet pan dinners? Have you made them before? Have you thought about making them before? I personally am absolutely loving these. I love the simplicity of them. Also, let me know in the comments below, what do you think about this video? I'm thinking of maybe making a working mom recipes series or something like that. So definitely let me know if you enjoyed it. Now we are going to go ahead and add our pork chops in the sheet pan with our veggies. Just accommodate the pork chops in the center and have the veggies around them. this is going to go into the oven at 400 degrees, and since mine are bone-in pork chops, I'm going to cook them for 45 minutes. And there we have it. After 45 minutes, I had a complete meal for my family that was full of flavor and less dishes to do. If you haven't done so yet, make sure to check out my recipes playlist for more super easy, quick, and simple recipes. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!